Hello, hello, hello. Back with some more Zenless Zone Zero. We're currently in the midst of Part B of the Bury Your Tears of the Past story arc, which basically is the equivalent of Chapter 7 in the game. And we made some story progress yesterday, and I also got lucky with finally getting Yishwen, and I'm very happy about that. I have managed, so that makes this the first time I have managed to get two banner characters before they both go away, and I hope I can be able to do that again in the future. But for now, I need to earn back a lot of my polychromes that I've spent, and in some cases wasted, and moving the heck on. And I also intend to go and do Path of the Proxy 3 after I've done Part B, because I am woefully underleveled to tackle these side missions on top of any other ones that probably have not shown up yet. And in order to also further tackle a lot of the Scott Outpost stuff, which could give me more rewards too. So I'm kind of like at the threshold where I really need to go and do shit that I've put off for a long time. But before I go back to Cancer Care Center so I can pick up my mom from her Crohn's appointment after having come back from mine, I want to get some things done. And also, I redeemed some PlayStation points, so I was able to afford the DLC for Stellar Blade, the Nikkei one. So I plan to come and do that hopefully tonight if I can. God forbid nothing else happens. So for now, that's kind of what's going on right now. So anyway, let's get the story going. And we learn the sad story and origin of Vivian and her connection with the Exaltus and how tragic that was. So that's basically the gist of it all. Wise, Vivian was in the store just now, but you weren't here. Did she need something? It was about the Sacrifice Core. First time Sacrifice Core appeared was at the auction, so she decided to try and find the security footage from after that day. It's possible more happened afterwards and we're simply unaware of it. If we can get the footage, we may gain new clues. If you have time, head to Lumina and meet up with Vivian. Yes. Let's do it! Earlier, Vivian exchanged information with an acquaintance in the auction house's lounge.
Sure. I didn't expect you to be working here. Perfect.
Wait a minute, that's the flyer girl, the one who was our second promotional character? What is she doing here?
I was just covering someone's shift.
And how does she know Vivian? Small world.
The screening here is super strict, and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection.
Okay, I feel like the developers watched Durarara and took inspiration from that, because in Durarara, much of the story is centralized around the Ikebukuro, one of the main districts of Tokyo, and in that anime, it basically focused on a whole cadre of characters, half of them basically knowing each other one way or another, so I guess that makes some sense. That's what I'm reminded of.
So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage.
That would be Hugo, right?
Then he logged that footage into the tape he brought. Later, I found that part of the footage had been wiped.
Blonde, wearing a hat. Could it be Hugo?
Who else but Hugo?
Do you know him?
I think it's him. If it were Hugo... I think I know where he would hide the tape.
Now, I wonder where. I don't know Hugo well enough as a character to think where he would hide it. Maybe, well, I can think of a few places, but let's let the game figure it out for me.
Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Shawl, so that's how you say it with the J being an H sound.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make mistakes all the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired ages ago. So I'm happy I could help you too. All right, go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll catch up another time.
The eyesight in my left eye is still fucked up from yesterday. Curse the swelling. Conjunctivitis. After saying goodbye to Shawl, Vivian leaves the lounge. Lord Phaethon, you're here. Someone I used to work part-time with just so happens to be covering a shift at the auction. I learned from her that Hugo once took some footage away from him. I think Hugo was planning something, so he hid the security footage. But once I know when Hugo came here, I should be able to guess where he put the videotape. God damn it, why is Vivian so damn cute? She's so cute! How? We are Mockingbird. After all, it shouldn't be surprising we have subtle ways of communicating information, should it? Once on a mission, we couldn't use communicators. So Hugo trained a few birds and put trackers on so we could communicate, but after that mission ended, we let them roam free. But I just checked their trackers, and one of those birds flew near the auction venue on the day Hugo took the footage. It still flies around here from time to time. Tracker only gives a broad area, but I believe this might be something Hugo left for us to find. If I'm not mistaken, the videotape is hidden wherever the bird is. I can't be sure which bird Hugo used this time, but all the birds he originally trained had at least some black feathers. Lord Phaethon, let's split up and search the area. If you see a bird, you could send me a picture of it, and I should be able to recognize it. The bird is the word. The bird, the bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word. The bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word. Ah, he's got these. He spray painted little markings on them. Soft and sweet ball of fluff. Hard to imagine this is a bird Hugo chose for a mission. But it does have some black feathers, so maybe this is it. Either way, we might have to take a photo and send it to Vivian. After sending a picture of the panda-colored chunk of a bird... Chunk? To Vivian, you get a negative answer. Let's keep looking. How much you want to bet it's going to be the last one in the alley over there? That's a bang boo. I don't think it'll be this. But it's carrying a package with it. Penguins count as birds, I guess. And besides, using a bamboo for communication seems reasonable. What if it's this guy? Either way, let's take a photo and send it to Vivian. After sending the photo of the penguin-shaped bamboo to Vivian, she responds with a long set of ellipses. Seems like we were wrong. Let's keep searching. Yeah, I figured. Wait a minute, he's got a box. What's with the box, man? Well, a crow is the only other thing we can think of. He's a cute boy, isn't he? Black crows in a dark alley. Seems a bit cliche, but this really is a good place to hide something. Let's take a photo of this crow and send it to Vivian. After receiving the photo, Vivian quickly responds. That's the one. She quickly comes over. That's the one. It's all thanks to Lord Phaethon we found them so quickly. Well, thank Hugo for leaving us enough clues. If it's here, then Hugo must have hidden the videotape among these boxes. You look through the boxes and find the recording, but it's been damaged. After discussing with Vivian, you decide to head back to the video store together to repair it and check the contents before making your next move. A crow. Go figure, right? What else would it be? Fairy repairs the videotape and you watch the recording. The content leaves you shocked. It's a conversation between Hugo and Camille. So is Camille secretly on our side or something?
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal. Silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
So she is secretly on our side.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control. She's trying to combine the two to make sacrifices that would obey human commands.
Oh boy, she not only picked up where her old man left off, she's making it even worse.
If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put an end to this. Dina's concoction can't create sacrifices on its own.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her. Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that the Exaltists and the creator are leading us in the right direction.
So, never mind. She is technically part of the cult of crazies, but she doesn't want it to go the way Dina is having it happen. So, a cultist with a conscience, I guess?
I just don't want Dina to spend her life trapped by her father's mistakes.
I mean, no offense, but I find your protectiveness rather weird. I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you. I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will not fall into her hands.
Yeah, he has the real one. He swiped it.
As for how things will ultimately play out,
The creator will guide me.
Video abruptly comes to an end.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
So, that would probably explain why the two sacrifices we saw before were inactive. She killed them. Which is what we were going to do anyway, but okay. Why has Hugo never mentioned this?
Compared to Camille's motives, I'm more concerned about whether Hugo has more plans lined up.
That is fair. The man has... We think we know what he's doing, but then he goes and pulls a switcheroo like he's Pegasus combined with Eisen or something.
Hugo...
Wise, Lycon just sent a message saying he's got something urgent that he needs to talk to us about now.
Alright, let's patch him in.
Master Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you. We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are eager to use this opportunity to replace him. The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old and influential family. This information has lured a young man named Burton family.
So, you want me to pose as this tycoon and use Burden to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct. And Hartman's study is also located within the venue.
Wouldn't that be risky? Because Hartman's already seen us. He knows who we are. Wouldn't it be better if we just contacted somebody else?
I see. Hartman's study might hold valuable information.
What about me?
Seems like there's nothing left for me to do.
You can attend as her +1.
Again, kind of risky. He's seen us. He knows what we look like.
+1! Lord Phaethon, please go with me!
It's a date then.
Master Proxy, it seems Miss Vivian requires your presence, so...
Yes, just your presence will help me immensely.
Well, we've already gone on one date. What's one more, right?
Sure. If we go together, we'll be able to keep an eye out for each other. I'll accompany Vivian.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton. If you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or contact me for backup. I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
You get in contact with Burton. He said he'll come to 6th Street later to escort us to the banquet. Is there anything I need to look out for? Don't worry, just leave the socializing to me, Lord Phaethon. I won't let any evildoers get close to you. But since there's still some time before we have to go, should we watch an instructional videotape on formal dinner etiquette together? I learned everything from videotapes when I first went undercover at a banquet for a mission, too. Though such a method isn't sufficient to master it, it's enough to deal with this one excursion. And let's watch. I'll go over the key details for you as we watch the tape. You do some last-minute studying on the etiquette expected at a formal banquet for your mission that night. Before you know it, evening has arrived. Lord Phaethon, Burton sent his location. Are you ready to join me for the banquet? I'm ready. How about you? Then I'll meet up with Burton first and make sure he's not tampered with the car. Lord Phaethon, please wait 5 minutes before joining me. It'll be safer this way. Vivian heads off. After 5 minutes, she sends a message saying all is good. Let's go meet up. So we're going in James Bond style. The name's Wise. James Wise. Why did I say it with a southern accent? Ugh. I'm lame. Lame and cringe.
Have you had dinner yet? A full stomach ensures a good night's sleep.
Just in case.
Thank you for your patronage. Please come again.
We could end up fighting, for all we know. I mean, it happened with the astronomical chapter, and that didn't have us fighting in the hollow. This is Senor Burton, eh? He even kind of looks like Wise. He's even got pointy ears like Wise. What Thyran bloodline does the Ravenlock have? Even red eyes, too. Miss Banshee, this is... Okay, so Vivian Banshee... Okay, I remember Banshee is her last name. Is something the matter? What I mean is, this person doesn't look like your bodyguard. The Ravenlocks can't protect me, no. If that's true, why would I bring a bodyguard? This is my companion for the evening. He heard the Ravenlocks are hosting a banquet with elites from all walks of life in attendance, so he wanted to come and make new friends. You aren't so stingy as to not even allow your guests a +1, are you? Of course not. Since you're an important companion of Miss Vivian's, you are also my honored guest. Let's be off then. My chauffeur shall take you to the port, and from there we will take a speedboat to the Manor. About an hour later, you arrive at the Ravenlock Manor. With Burton's guidance, you go through numerous security checks before finally arriving at the banquet hall. Did I even get a
Miss
suit?
Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
I am well aware of the ways of the Ravenlock family. If I were to come empty-handed, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it out the front door tonight. Since I agreed to come with you, and even brought along my most precious companion, does that not show my deepest sincerity?
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door is always open for those coming or going.
We both know what's what, so let's cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock family made their fortune than most here. I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite such a massive scandal, still remains in power.
Oh? Do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
How did you know that? No, who are you?
Don't be so tense. If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began. My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests? By letting them starve? Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is hidden.
You know where the sacrifice is?
So, can we go get something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you.
Dessert, you
We
say?
can discuss what you wish to know while we enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest discuss matters on an empty stomach. As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy you. I'll come find you later. I wish you a pleasant evening.
Vivian kind of scares me when she switches moods like that. That's kind of hot, actually. And the voice actress, yeah, she definitely cooked, that's for sure, as did the designers. Burton hurriedly leaves, and Vivian seems to breathe a sigh of relief.
These kinds of people are exhausting to deal with.
Oh, come on, I didn't even get a suit. I mean, I don't like formal wear all that much myself, but you'd think we'd be dressing for the occasion, right?
I really don't know how Hugo used to put up with it.
You were totally like a noble lady just now, and what do they mean by dessert?
You always manage to surprise me. You sent him off with just a few words. If I were him, I'd think you were a powerful noble lady.
Well, we are basically Lord in her eyes, so I'd say we're halfway there in the relationship.
It's just some techniques Hugo taught me. Like that dessert I mentioned. It means I want them to offer more if they want to come to an accord. Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family members. Otherwise, Burton wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
All right. I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Phaethon.
In accordance with the plan, you head deep into the manor. After sneaking out of the banquet hall with Vivian, it doesn't take you long to reach Hartman's study. With a gentle push, the door actually opens.
Isn't this going a bit too well?
Yes, I haven't even done anything yet.
The security outside of the manor is really strict, but maybe it's more lax on the inside? Just in case, though, let's contact Lycon.
Yeah, if it starts to seem too easy, it probably is.
Right. Having some backup would be safer.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues. I still have concerns about the sacrifice core.
Our top priority is the office.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid the real one.
Wait, what do you mean? I thought Hugo switched him out. Did I overthink it? Because that's what it sounds like. But no, I don't think Hartman's that smart enough to have known that. I'm gonna still stick with my personal theory that Hugo switched them and Hartman didn't know, because he does not come across as that smart, unless it's a ruse.
Then let's split up.
You and Vivian search through Hartman's office for a while, but find nothing. Just then, footsteps suddenly come from outside, and in a moment of panic, you hide behind the desk.
Esteemed guests, is the catering at the Ravenlock family banquet not to your satisfaction?
He knows. I take it back. He's not as dumb as he seems. He's actually on to us.
So much so that these two distinguished guests felt the need to come to my humble office to scavenge for food.
And what did I say about coming in with him already knowing what we look like, instead of sending somebody else that he wouldn't have known about? We should have maybe called in a favor from Astra or something. So, yeah, it's kind of our fault.
Don't want to come out? Well, after all, you don't have long left. Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap. But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go to great lengths to eliminate you. Vivian, Phaethon, give Hugo my regards. Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family for myself.
Hartman raises his gun, aiming it at the desk, yet there's no gunshot. The clank of metal, a familiar voice comes.
The bullet? How?
I knew it!
Dear Uncle, why must we be so distant with one another?
I told y'all he lived.
You can just tell me what you want to say directly.
Worst kept secret plot twist ever.
Hugo! Impossible! You're...
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon, when I have yet to trample you into the dirt?
He swiped the bullets from his revolver.
You filthy bastard! You only know how to resort to these petty tricks!
I mean, it's worked for him.
Petty tricks? Perhaps you'd like to know what I managed to accomplish using this faked death of mine.
Knowing him, quite a lot.
My dear uncle.
So, are we playing as Hugo? Or what? Shortly before.
Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end.
So either Lycon didn't...
just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point.
So he planned for Lycon to get to stab him, did he? You know what? I think my Eisen comparison is a bit too on point, because...
Guess I'll also bring Lycon along. He's my partner in crime, after all.
He's really treading the Gary Stu. He's really not doing much to beat the Gary Stu allegation that I threw at him. I'm just saying.
You're late.
So Lycon...
Spare me a moment to catch my breath, will you?
So Lycon knew about this the whole time, did he? And he lied to Phaethon saying that he killed him. No, he didn't.
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
So Lycon still went and did what his master Jack said to keep Hugo in line, but Hugo went ahead with it anyway, knowing that it would help. Look at that, he's even got a blood bag right there. So Lycon never did actually hurt him. He had that in his jacket and it exploded to give the impression that he did get severely hurt. You cheeky bastards, you. I can't tell if this is the most convoluted plot twist or the most awesome, honestly. All bets are accepted.
Lycon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else, at least your acting skills have improved.
Oh, that is funny.
Why do you look so angry?
He's angry because he lied to Phaethon and Vivian, and he hates that.
You should be happy. We pulled that off together with flawless teamwork and managed to fool everyone.
I mean, I guess if you need a good magic trick to work, you gotta have everyone put into disbelief, I guess.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand didn't deteriorate. Oh, right. I should also thank the blood bag hidden in my clothes and our other props. Do you remember when we last used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my strength properly?
You'd understand it. Of course, if things really did go awry, I had alternative plans.
Of course he did.
You wouldn't be so arrogant as to think I'd bet everything on you, would you?
You're insane.
Yeah, he is.
Aw, I'm flattered.
So what exactly is the purpose behind all this? Surely after going to such great lengths to erase your own existence, you don't just plan to hide here and reminisce about the past with me.
Honestly, just give Hugo a Millennium Eye and a magic and give his scythe magic Zanpakuto toe powers, and you're basically good. You might as well have them.
Don't try to brush this off. I've already helped you enact your plan. Tell me the truth.
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird, I am doomed to die.
What?
Seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration with the remnants of the Exaltists. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was also sent by yours truly. He's probably figured that out by now, right? Though I'm not sure if he told you.
The mayor learned about the sacrifice attacks through his own means. It lacked an opportunity to take action. That warning letter was precisely what he needed.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around. dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone, you left the sacrifice core to Hartman. That was intentional too, then?
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. A perfect situation for keeping the Ravenlock family in check, while dealing a cutting blow to the Exaltists behind them.
So he intentionally left the core there for Hartman to pick it up anyway. But that doesn't explain how it ended up being fake. I'm still convinced Hugo swiped it and left behind a fake one instead. That's what I think he did. Unless Hartman actually did do a switcheroo himself so he could get all the glory for himself and leave Dina out of it. I mean, we've already seen that he's not as dumb as he looks, with the fact that he sniffed out Wise and Vivian in his office, but then again, that's kind of our fault because we showed up completely undisguised. He already knows what we look like when we probably should have put on more of an effort at disguise, or at the very least had somebody else come in our stead. So, up there.
Another crucial point is Vivian and Phaethon. I must sever any ties they have with me or Mockingbird.
Well, clearly we don't, because you're a playable agent.
Although I feel bad for Phaethon about what happened, but it had to be done. That's the only way they would be safe, allowing the plan to continue.
I noticed that you never turned your blade toward Master Proxy. So, those words you said back then were also...
I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the Abyss.
How Shakespearean.
Obviously. It was all an act. My acting has always been impeccable, as you know.
A real thespian.
Hugo, you're taking such a tremendous risk. Why?
Would you believe me if I said it's for justice? But unfortunately, it's not. I want revenge on the Ravenlock family. And I will make sure that despicable excuse for a human being, Hartman, suffers a slow, torturous end. Of course. I also promised Vivian that I would help her investigate the whole thing with the Exaltists. That's all.
You don't look too good. Is it your wounds?
No. This is the first problem I plan to resolve. Lycon, do you have a place that is sufficiently discreet, quiet, and can take a lot of damage?
Oh, don't tell me he's got ethereal juices in him or something. Lycon leads Hugo to a small warehouse in Port Elpis. Hugo looks quite pleased with the place. After scanning the area for a moment, he sits down on a chair, pulls out some rope, and ties himself up.
What exactly are you doing?
Don't tell me he's a not a werewolf, but a were-ethereal or something. I mean, he does look like a vampire, so anything's possible. Or whatever the Siren equivalent of a vampire would be.
Don't look at me like that. If I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy Exaltists.
Even Lycon is sweating bullets. He's nervous too. And when he's nervous, you know there's a problem.
After use, it allows control of the victim's mind. To some extent.
Oh, don't tell me Hugo got shot with this shit.
You were dosed with it.
To be more precise, Lycon, I deliberately allowed Hartman to put this drug in my cup to facilitate our previous collaboration.
Oh, remember when he and Hartman did that whole toast to working together, which of course was fake? Hartman must have drugged the champagne, and Hugo already knew that was gonna happen, and let it happen. Jesus, man. How much damage do you allow yourself to take? Hugo tells Lycon what happened back in the private suites when he was negotiating with Hartman. The only reason Hartman agreed to work with them was because of this, because he had drugged that red liquid. After that, every time Hugo and Hartman met up, the latter would always add a small dose of that drug into Hugo's cup and then ask questions, attempting to glean information.
After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to help analyze its composition.
Oh, okay. So we found out after the fact. It was going to use it to his advantage, or at the very least figure out how to fight off the effects.
The good news is he gave me a very low dosage. Perhaps because he was afraid I might notice. There's a different medication that can delay its onset, preventing me from actually being under his control. I simply need to put on a show in front of my dear uncle. The bad news is that currently there is no antidote. When I delay those effects, however, they will accumulate and erupt when my body reaches its limit. It may even break my mind. And that's exactly what's happening now. I need to endure those accumulated consequences. So, I will lock myself in this room for however long that takes. I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself.
How'd you manage to do that with one arm tied down?
Anyway, after you leave, do not open this door, no matter what you hear.
Unless he asked Lycon to finish tying him up, I guess.
I recommend seeking professional medical assistance.
This is advice I received from a doctor. Or are you saying you don't believe I can make it? So, I can't. Come find me here at the scheduled time.
Uh-oh, he's losing it.
All you need to do is smile and await my victory.
What if I want to stop you?
You know you won't succeed. You never have. And you never will. Time is short. Let's begin.
I understand. Don't die, you stupid bastard.
After who knows how long, after enduring seemingly endless pain, Hugo finally awakens. The ropes that bound him had come undone, though he didn't know when that had happened. Hugo checked himself over. Thankfully, he hadn't injured himself that badly while he was going crazy. Oh, come on. We didn't even get to see it. Come on. After some time, Hugo straightens out his attire and tidies himself up, then opens the warehouse door.
Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet?
Okay, he's in a daze.
Lycon's late. I'm surprised. Or is something wrong with time itself?
I think he's out of it. He's out of it.
Looks like someone's over there. Might as well go ask.
Oh, so that's what the inside of this warehouse looks like. We could never open it before. It's a lady with white hair. It's all your fault. He's dreaming. Why were you born with those eyes? That must be his mother. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be in this mess. I had made it. I endured for so long, all those years of planning. I was so close. He already agreed. You, go and beg him to reconsider for me, okay? Tell him you'll do anything. Tell him to take me back. No, he won't want to see you now. You can't go and see him. Mother. I knew it!
It's all your fault.
Uh-oh.
I wish I had never given birth to you.
Oh, hell, hold on now. The woman's face is distorted with hatred, as if the person before her is not her child, but an enemy who destroyed her future. She blames all her misfortune on this innocent child. Sounds like a third-wave feminist.
Everything will get better if you just die, right?
Okay, Joan Crawford.
If you die, he'll come back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family bloodline. Then I'll be able to escape this pain. So, Hugo, for the sake of Mommy's happiness, just die, okay?
I know it's a hallucination, but Hugo did mention he had a very, very bad and twisted relationship with his dad and his mom. In fact, it was his mom that he said he hated before mentioning his dad. She raises her hand to reveal a pair of scissors, the tip gleaming with chilling light. She thrusts the sharp point towards Hugo's paler eye. Then she suddenly vanishes as if she had never existed at all. Okay, this background is definitely different. Yeah, he's dreaming. He's daydreaming. He's in a daze.
So, I wasn't awake yet after all.
That's because you don't want to wake up again.
Uh-oh.
Who are you?
Your inner... you are you, but eviler.
I am you. Hidden deep within your heart. Your most true self.
Okay, Hollow Ichigo.
You want to kill her, don't you? Your so-called mother. Every time she beat you without reason, when she tried to gouge out your eyes, when she sold you into that hell, laughing all the while. You wanted to be the one to end her life. Why not admit your hatred? As you are, you can hunt her down and make her pay for the living hell of a childhood she made you suffer.
So, Hugo killed his dad, his old man, but the mother is still alive. Apparently. Is that what I'm getting?
Yes. I hate her.
Because that's what it sounds like I'm getting out of this.
I hate her because she was foolish and shallow, greedy and stupid. I hate her because she doesn't deserve to be a mother. She did everything she could to try and get into the Ravenlock family, believing she could live a life of luxury without having to do anything, and never realizing she was a pawn, discarded from the very beginning. So she chose to blame me. Blame me for my heterochromia. Blame me for my very existence.
The ultimate Karen.
But I won't kill her, because I know it won't change anything. She was incapable of loving me, just as she is incapable of loving herself.
So basically, she's so pathetic that it's not even worth it.
Have you been brainwashed by that dog? Keeping up the act of being some magnanimous and forgiving fool?
Oh, he definitely is not forgiving her, that's for sure.
Don't compare us. I've simply come to understand love or hate. I make my own choices, and they have nothing to do with anyone else.
She sold you to the Ravenlock family for a huge sum of money. She used that money to start a new life without you. While she was indulging herself, you were going through hell in the Ravenlock Manor. Does it not torment you? Do you not feel the hatred? Do you not want to demand answers?
I hate you!
Kill her. Only by killing her can you be truly free.
For a long time, I thought the same way. But now, well, I want to make a different choice.
Stop lying to yourself. You never had a choice. This weak-minded thinking will only lead you to failure. Like before, you'll be nothing but a worm, trampled into the dirt by those so-called elites. Do you still not get it? This is how the world is, and always has been. Hesitate and you'll be the victim. If you don't grab your knife first, you'll end up being on the other end of the blade. If you want to change anything, you must first become the one who makes the rules. Just like that woman. The only reason she could treat us that way was because we were weak. So listen to me. Find that woman, kill her, and prove to this world your strength! It's what she deserves! Why forgive them? They don't deserve it!
I'm not forgiving them. Or rather, I don't care about them. They don't even matter, at least not yet. You know, perhaps the person I hate the most, the one I truly cannot forgive, has never been someone else, but rather my weak, powerless past self who could do nothing but hide inside a closet and cry. I hate myself for having neither the strength nor the courage to resist. I hate myself for begging for so-called familial love, even after being treated so terribly. I hate that despite the pain of my wounds, I still hope to receive the carrot and not the stick. And that means you. Correct. So, I forgive you. I forgive myself.
You'll regret this, fool. Your pretty words mean nothing. You will ultimately return here to me.
Bye-bye, Hollow Ichigo. Or Hollow Hugo in this case. After an intense bout of dizziness, Hugo awakens in the dark warehouse. The ropes that bound him had come undone at some point, and he takes a deep breath of the damp air and stands up. He straightens out his attire and ties himself up, then he opens the warehouse door.
I see. This is still an illusion.
Didn't we just... Yeah, we did. This was deja vu.
I wonder who's going to show up this time.
He did this... We read that it was the same paragraph and everything. Serena. Oh. His sister.
Hugo, let's play hide and seek.
The sister that was
I'm already hiding.
murdered.
You'll find me, right? Like you always do.
I don't like this.
Serena.
A chair with a doll on it. The creepy fish statue.
You're looking in the wrong place. I found an even better hiding spot this time. Harder to find than any place you showed me. die?
Uh-oh.
It was because of me.
That's right. It was because of you. It's all your fault. If only you didn't exist, I wouldn't have had to suffer.
She would have suffered anyway under that rotten roof that was the Ravenlocks. So it's like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. And then the rest, then the other kids, they're for all I know, they're probably dead too.
Still looking in the wrong spot. I can't believe you still haven't found me after all this time. Have you forgotten about me?
I haven't forgotten.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. I'll still be nice to you, just like before. I was the only one who was ever nice to you, wasn't I?
Yes.
Then tell me, why do good people always suffer?
Uh-oh.
Why is kindness always punished instead? Tell me, Hugo, why?
Hugo,
are you lost?
I am curious, what did...
You came. I left you a surprise there.
What did happen that caused Serena to die? I mean, she probably would have been doomed anyway on account of the fact that the Ravenlocks did not care even about their own children. They all could have died anyway, regardless, and leave him with no heir, and he probably would have shrugged and been fine with it anyway. What a cruel bastard. As expected of a disgusting bastard, Lady Serena was so nice to him, yet he... how does he still have the nerve to stay in this house? They shouldn't have let him in from the start. Filthy, lowly blood. Curses and insults encircle Hugo, piercing his skin like frozen knives. The mockery and rage form a wave that crashes through him, threatening to drown him. Then as the cacophony reaches its peak, it goes silent. The air seems to congeal in the silence, deep and oppressive. It is as if time stood still, with only his rapid heartbeat echoing.
I told you that you would eventually return.
We meet again, my friend.
I told you, I am you. The side of you that you've always tried to deny existed.
I find it funny that we're using a Bang Boo to basically fill in as the dark side for Hugo, when I personally would have had it where we take like the the doppelgangers of Jane Doe that we have fought several times in the game by now. I would have done one for Hugo. Have one for Hugo and model it into this part, so that way it looks like a dark, hazy outline of Hugo, like a Dark Link from Zelda kind of thing, or Hollow Ichigo from Bleach.
Of course. I know. This time it's about Serena. Right?
Yes, your half-sister, and the only child in the Ravenlock family who was kind to you. Unfortunately, it was her kindness that led to her untimely death.
It was my fault.
I don't like the way you blame yourself, because that means I'm to blame as well. And I don't think I did anything wrong. Your mother sold you to the Ravenlocks. And your father, he saw your talent and wanted to use you to push the other children into competing with each other.
My brothers and sisters wanted to get rid of me from the moment they first saw me.
In their eyes, you were no more than a slave. But Serena dared to treat you, a slave, as if you were human. And so, she was fated to die.
They tried to kill me many times, but I was careful, and they did not succeed.
So they killed Serena, who was weaker, an easier target, and pinned everything on you. Serena died in your place.
So they murdered her and pinned it on Hugo. Yeah, okay. The other kids were the ones who did the deed. So Hugo didn't do anything. They killed their own sister, pinned it on him, and then of course the dad was like, oh, yeah, you're all enemies of each other. You should kill yourselves or each other or whatever. So it's like I said, wouldn't have mattered. He would have killed them anyway if he wanted to, himself if he decided, because he's that inhuman. That whole family is inhuman.
Those cruel brats thought that by reporting this to Father, they could use it to get rid of you, a rival who threatened their position.
Yeah, they ganged up on their own sibling, killed her, pinned it on him, and he threw it back in their faces like, okay, I want you to do it to yourselves from now on. Like the man could literally could have been left with no children, and he would have been like, eh, whatever.
Yeah. Not only did Father not blame you for the incident, he praised you for it.
In this world, only the ruthless, cruel, and merciless can stand at the top.
And that's exactly what you managed to live up to, no? You found a perfect opportunity thereafter to catch the ringleader of the group who framed you and almost beat him to death.
Would have liked to have seen it. It's what they deserve.
Oh, you should have seen the expression on your face back then. Oh, crazed and manic with utmost delight.
I mean, yeah. Can you blame him?
I don't remember that.
Seemingly unsatisfied with his answer, the inner demon transforms into him again.
Here you go again, trying to deny your desires.
That's what I was talking about. A Dark Link Hollow Ichigo reflection of Hugo right there. It's like, okay, once again, I call it and it happens. Not the way I expected it. I was thinking, oh, they'll do like a doppelganger thing in the cutscene there, but no. They were like, no, we're doing the... We'll save that for the actual cut, but for the actual artistic background portrait part. So, hold on a second.
And okay, so here we go again, trying to deny your desires.
Deep down inside, you've always wondered, asking yourself why these evil people never got the punishment they deserve. Why the world is so unfair. Don't you want to rip them to shreds? Just like that day when you beat that boy's face into the dirt until he was barely recognizable. His disgusting blood staining your fists. Recall your exhilaration, your cathartic release of rage, that outpour of hatred. That victory belongs to you. You deserve it.
Those brothers and sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot take revenge against the long deceased.
Yep, they're dead.
They died by Hartman's hand. Dying in the power struggle to become the Ravenlock family's heir, rather than by our side. Boring.
He wanted to do it himself.
Boring? I find it hilariously ironic. Children who would murder their own kin for scraps of power, dead at the hand of their uncle who followed their example. Is that not karma? Power struggles pitting kin against each other, betrayal, suspicion, and hatred between people of the same blood. It's like a curse written into the Ravenlock family's genes. Laughably stupid.
Don't forget, my dear, that the same blood flows through your veins.
Yeah, but Hugo's also his own man. He can make his own decisions. He doesn't have to do what his predecessor did, or predecessors did. As if to prove his words, the inner demon transforms into Hartman.
That's right, my dear nephew. No matter how much you deny it, the blood of the Ravenlock family flows through your veins.
Yeah, but his blood doesn't have to make him who he is. He can still make his own decisions.
Survival of the fittest. Only the strongest deserve to live. Only the strongest deserve to rule. This is the path of success that has led the Ravenlock family to victory countless times. A blessing and a curse etched into your flesh and blood. As long as you live, you'll never escape the mark of family. You are destined to one day become someone like me, like your father.
He doesn't have to. Doesn't want to, even.
Is that fear I sense? I can see you trembling. Why does the Ravenlock bloodline terrify you so?
I won't become like my father. Never.
You won't become a failure like him. So relax. Our power eclipses him, and so does our ambition. So, do not deny your own desires. Do not resist your own ambition. This is the talent you are born with. The best gift fate has ever given you. Admit it. Deep within your heart lies a spark, yearning to ignite a raging inferno that will burn everything down. And I am that spark.
After a dark warehouse, Rose takes a deep breath in the air, stands up, straightens out the tire, ties himself up, opens the warehouse door.
Lygon.
Yep, we're still in the
Never thought I'd
dreamscape.
be this genuinely thankful to see you.
He's not there. He's still in a daze. Ah.
Seeing you means this never-ending nightmare is finally over, right?
Nope. It is, in fact, not over, but unfortunately, I have to go pick up my madre from the doctor's office, so I can't do this part any more than I would have liked. So I'm gonna cut the part here, and when I come back, we'll resume where we left off. So that'll have to do it for now. So sorry, but the timing utterly sucks, and I'm stuck with this as it is. So we're gonna have to leave it here. I'll come back, and when I do, we'll continue this part.